Hi friends, we're moving on to the next habitat, which is the polar region. So we're outside again and we're gonna do an experiment. I have 3 bags. In this bag, there's ice cubes, 3 ice cubes. In this bag, there's this white concoction and it's called shortening. Kennedy and Jonas, squeeze this. What's it feel like? Fat. It feels like fat. Anything else? Maybe a little like Play-Doh. It's squishy, but it's real thick. It's got a layer, it's real thick. It's like a layer of thickness. And then in the 3rd bag, I have cotton balls. Okay? And you know what cotton balls feel like. What do cotton balls feel like?
Fluff.
Fluff, Kennedy says. Real fluffy.
Flowers.
What?
Flowers.
Flowers, Jonas says. So here's our experiment for today. We're talking about the polar region, and we want to know how animals in the polar region survive, because it is so different than the desert, which we talked about last time. It's cold. The temperatures are so frigid and so cold. So we want to know, how does the polar bear survive? So I'm going to do an experiment with my kiddos, and we're going to see what they have to say. All right, they're going to put their hands out, and I'm taking the ice cubes first. If they just had regular skin and they were in the Arctic, and they were in the cold weather. So I put it on the back of Jonas's hand for a few seconds. And I put it on the back of Kennedy's hand for a few seconds so she can feel what it feels like. All right, and Reagan's hand, she's the videographer, but she's gonna try it too.
It's cold.
Okay, so what do you guys think?
Cold.
Yeah,
it's
on your
cold.
hand. All right, my next thing I'm going to try is I'm going to take the bag of shortening. It's got the shortening. Remember, that's like the thick Play-Doh kind of material that animals in the Arctic have on their skin. Thick fat is what it's called. And I'm going to put it on their skin. It's going to sit right there. And then on top, I'm going to put the ice cubes. And I'm going to leave it for a few seconds like we did the last time. And then we're going to try on Kennedy. Put the layer of shortening on, and then the ice cubes on top of the shortening. And leave it on for a few seconds. Whoops, and she wiggled, so it fell off. And then we'll try it on Reagan. And we'll put the shortening and then the ice cubes on top and leave it for a second. This is a test of balance. How straight can you hold your hand?
I can't do that.
And then we'll take it off. Jonas, which was colder, when it was just ice cubes or when it was the shortening and the ice cube on top?
Just ice cubes.
Just ice cubes. Do you agree, Kennedy?
Mm-hmm.
Reagan, do you agree?
Yes.
Yes.
You can't even feel the
Yeah, you
coldness.
can really
but-
get
She
Barely
said,
feel
they
it.
said you can't even really feel it through the shortening. Now here we're
Barely,
going to try
maybe.
even more, because animals in the polar region have more than one layer. So they have the shortening, which is like their layer of fat. And then they have fur, which is the cotton balls on top of that. So we're going to make 3 layers and see if that is how they handle
Mama, ice
the
is
cold weather. All right, ready?
Alrighty.
So here's Jonas's
So
hand.
what's first?
First goes the shortening, or the
Shortening.
layer of fat. Then goes the cotton balls, which is their fur.
Balance.
And then on top is the cold temperature, like outside in the Arctic. And Jonas is going to hold it for a few seconds. Oh, he's wiggling.
Oh no, the wind.
Oh, that was the
And it
wind.
fell. Jonas, could you even feel the ice cubes? No, he couldn't even feel it. Ready, Kennedy? You want to try?
No. I guess.
We'll see if she can wiggle woggle through
She got a
this.
little bit of little hand.
So we put on the fat.
Hey.
Hold still.
And
And then we
the
put on the
fur.
fur. And then we put on the cold temperatures. Let's see if her body can handle it, as if she's a polar bear. Oop!
You pulled it
I
off.
was trying to
Here,
help you.
hold it on there. Yeah.
There we
Go,
go.
let go, let go.
She wants to try it. Kenny, can you even feel the ice cubes yet?
Nope.
No. All right, last one to try is Reagan. Here comes the layer of fat. Here comes the fur. And here comes the cold Arctic temperature. Will Reagan survive as a polar bear?
Yeah, I can't even feel that.
All right, you heard it here, folks.
Do you want to do it?
If you were a polar bear, you would have layers of fat and then a layer of fur on top of your body. So if you lived in the Arctic, you would be able to survive the cold weather in the Arctic because God created you with layers if you were a polar bear. That's how the animals in the Arctic survive.